Gabe, you just mentioned this before we came on, and I was reading the story a couple hours ago, and I felt the same thing. Like, what an offseason in terms of the Kansas City Chiefs with the jailhouse, right? I mean, you had Rice with his incidents, and I think he actually has multiple incidents now, right? Not just driving the car that morning where he got caught there. You had the two guys get popped for, what was it, Gabe? Weed possession or something a couple weeks back. Then you have
that's the only one that I didn't count. I didn't charge. That against their record.
And then you have another guy, the defensive tackle, defensive end today with the Dogs getting arrested. Some offseason for Andy Reid and the Chiefs off the field.
No, this is just par for the course for this team. And this on a more serious note, Andy Reid. So remember, last week Harrison Butker made his comments and stuff, and he's free to his opinion. Fine. Other people are free to call him out for his opinion, and other people are free to have their opinions. So, what did Andy Reid say when he said when he was asked about that? He said, "There's a lot of you in this room that I don't really care for your opinions." And everyone, there's Andy Reid being Andy Reid. Oh, that's so funny. You notice everybody loves Andy Reid, right? Let me ask you something, Mike. Okay, so you're telling me there's the same difference between not liking someone's football take and Butker's speech read? Like, it was intellectually dishonest what he said. But, dude, let me ask you, seriously, what's the difference between Andy Reid and Urban Meyer?
Oh, look.
One of them is a fat, jolly guy that looks like Santa Claus, and another guy is a jerk. Point blank.
Yeah.
They're the same person. Imagine, let me ask you something. Imagine if Andy Reid was a college coach, bro. Dude, we'd have 30 for 30s for years. All right?
Yeah.
He'd be the Florida Gators. So let's just recap here. Patrick Mahomes' father is in and out of jail. The media never talks about it because Patrick Mahomes.
Yep.
His father was does weekends in jail because he drinks and drives so much. Now he's facing a real jail term. I don't know if they're going to try to buy their way out of this. I don't even know what's up with their case. I give up. So Mahomes is senior, is a chronic drunk driver, got wasted, remember the week of the Super Bowl? Guy looked more lit up than a member of Motley Crue on tour. Guy was wasted. So they got the fun. How's Mahomes' brother doing, bro? When he's not groping people and getting sued for touching people inappropriately. We can go on. I mean, it never ends with this team. So Rashee Rice, welcome right back to the team after. Who drafted Tyreek Hill, right? It was all known. Tyreek Hill and his assaulted a pregnant woman. Andy Reid, a lot of you in the media I don't like either. Ha, 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 ha. Andy Reid's kid paralyzed a kid before the Super Bowl. Boom. Nearly killed 4 people. Paralyzed a child for life. Got a slap on the wrist in Kansas City. Rashee Rice, nothing's going to happen to Rashee Rice. Right? Rashee Rice, caused a 6-car collision. 4-year-old kid was in one of the cars with a single mom. I don't worry about that, Andy. That's fine. We beat the Bills, though. Wow, that's cool. Dude, when does it end? So now you got a player cruelly to animals? So all I'm saying is, do you think it's a coincidence, Mike, that there's one team? No. They don't care, but they're winning. So here we go. They're winning. People talk, the Raiders and stuff. What Raiders what? What are the Raiders doing? They had one guy. Ruggs is an idiot. This is systematic. You guys draft players knowing. Frank Clark, another one. Frank Clark got kicked off by Michigan Wolverines for pushing someone down a flight of stairs. You know why? Because Michigan reacts, Carver. They said, you know what? You're done. You're gone. There's no, we're going to suspend you. No. This is part of the rules. You touch a woman, you're off our team. That's the way Michigan rolls. We don't redo assaults at Michigan. Andy Reid, bro, let's say, I know I can go on and on with this. He's an enabler, bro. He's an enabler. And everybody says, Urban Meyer's terrible. What's the difference at this point? The only difference between Urban Meyer and Andy Reid is a Kansas City Chiefs player hasn't shot someone yet.
Yeah. Yet. And just to get this right.
Not to mention their fans shot each other up at the Super Bowl parade too. They're nothing but class, this entire organization and city.
May 18th, Morris and Godric, two Chiefs players, arrested for weed possession.
And people get mad at Kelsey because he dates Taylor Swift. Like, oh, he's a bad person. Right. He's the nicest damn guy on that team.
And today was Isaiah Buggs, Chiefs defensive end, issued warrants in Tuscaloosa, second-degree cruelty to dogs. He left the dogs, 2 dogs locked on his property. You know how cruel you have to be to get charged with cruelty to dogs in Alabama? Yeah. So, again, you listed them all off. You had a few that I forgot. I had a couple you forgot in terms of the litany of Kansas City Chiefs.
Thought I made my point to the jury in my limited time.
I think you did. You definitely made the point to it. That's for sure.